Part 3, take 2. Let's try it again. I recorded this without any voice. That was really interesting for you all, I bet. We're going to look at Part 3 right now, and that's going to be income security, employment discrimination, and equal opportunity commission. We'll start up here with workman's compensation, and the income security thing are what I consider the safety net for the workers in the United States. We start with workman's compensation insurance, and that's compensation for injury on the job. That doesn't mean that a worker can't sue if an employer intentionally provides work conditions that harm the worker. They can, but workman's comp will take care of the injury and some of the health costs. And the requirements are you must have an employment relationship, which means employer-employee, and there's an employee relationship established. There's a work relationship. You're not an outside contractor or an independent contractor. There needs to be accidental injury on the job or in the course of employment with a no fault, and you must notify the employer within 30 days and must file a workman's comp claim to be covered by workman's compensation. The employer pays the insurance fee for this, and it's a good little safety net in case a worker is harmed on the job, both for the employer and the employee. Next that we have is Social Security, and everybody's heard of Social Security. It's sort of an insurance for a retirement and disability or death, hospitalization, and unemployment, all kind of wrapped into one. Social Security payments come in and supplement in the case of many of those incidences. The employer and employee both pay into Social Security fund to a certain income level, and upon retiring, the employee will receive payments back from this fund. The retirement age for the baby boomers used to be 65, where you could draw full benefits. Now for baby boomers, it's at 66. And for future generations, it's going to be at 70. It's not a full amount that you could totally retire on, but it can supplement a retirement as long as you have other retirement benefits coming in. And finally, we have unemployment insurance, which is covered both state and federal, and this is totally paid for by the employer. All of these are a must-do for the employer. Many companies have gotten into a bit of trouble with government officials because of not following these statutes or these requirements for having employees. So you need to be aware of these, and you need to understand how they work and how they work within your payroll. Next area we're going to look at is employment discrimination, and that will involve the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which prohibits intentional and unintentional discrimination on the basis of race, color, national origin, or religion, or gender at any stage of employment. This is a very big act. Probably within 10 years there will be an amendment to this act for sexual orientation also, so that you will have a federal act against sexual orientation. There are other acts that that protect for discrimination against age and disability. There are defenses to discrimination. Sometimes it is a business necessity to hire the people you hire. That would have to go before the EEOC to be verified. There's bona fide occupational qualifications for some positions that can allow discrimination, And then seniority systems, if they're set up and followed, can promote discrimination which is allowable. All three of those would have to go before the Equal Opportunity Commission, the EEOC, who administers claims of discrimination. Again, you have two types. You have the intentional discrimination, which is called disparate treatment, and you have unintentional, which is disparate impact. The intentional is a discrimination against a member of the protected class, and an example might be somebody who's very well qualified for the job. They've been rejected by the employer, and the employer continues seeking other candidates. If that person who is rejected is a member of the protected class, they can claim discrimination and take that to the EEOC. Unintentional, which is disparate impact, is a policy or a company practice that filters out the protected class. It can be the percentage of population to the workforce, or simply how the applicant was selected via the company policy. A really good example is the situation that's in Silicon Valley right now, where we have a high percentage of male workers in the workforce compared to female workers. And that's sort of the technology or the industry itself, technology tends to draw more males to it, and that has kind of been the way it is set up, and now it's really showing in the workforce population versus the civil population. So there are several lawsuits being implemented right now to try to bring awareness, number one, and then to try to adjust that workforce in the Silicon Valley. That is disparate impact or unintentional discrimination. And I see that I've missed 3 questions, so I'll let you go do your questions. I will see you in class. Thank you.